at this moment, dressing up, keeping my rule like I'm combing, and I told you, if you got a comb, you really have to have what the function of a comb is, especially the size of the comb determines what and who the level and the strain is. Right after this, we've been trying to talk about something very important that the other forces made it impossible to broadcast us. You don't do that which the Lord prophesied to the one that must receive the material thing from you. Now, if the Lord should prophesy that this personality is whom you should give your glowing, suffering fruit to, that it may profit you again, not into suffering. And that once you see us to be flesh or people or persons you have ever schooled with or people you've ever lived with, you have forgotten that the Bible same way you have lived with it. Yet you don't stop doing to the side of the Bible, like you want to go to church, you go give tithe offering. You have forgotten that the tithe offering that you're giving it to what? To a human being. But that's not the stop for your giving. Your giving should have carried or been carried to a level that is higher dimension, which is the prayer source, or which is the commitment source or the creator. So let's say that if I be myself, I have to do what? I have to keep up myself with the simplest law that made myself. So I'm not referring to any other person other than myself. And that I'm only saying that carefully you can do all those things. I'm in my studio where I create, I cook, I sleep, I train, I heal, I receive somebody if I have to receive. Mind you, this place, as you look out at the factory and the office, that somebody's home should be in the office, and the size won't be a problem if I really mean I am myself. The only reason I cannot welcome you is because even with the people that I may live with, they are wrong and I can't receive you. I don't want you destroyed, except you understand spiritual law. Wherever there is a prophet, you have to know there are other spirits, which is the Lord and many gods around it. Yes, so if there be justice, you have to know there are many other spirits from justice to justice. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that I can only keep you in the place that I have to, that not a ghost. I'm not talking through water. I'm not under a world of water to say that maybe I'm talking through water. I'm not talking through water. I've told you, whoever comes to deceive you that we are in the ocean, I don't go there with my flesh or with anything. If I have to visit next door, that is when I've gone to where the ocean is. Or if supernaturally I want to bring the ocean here, I can bring it here. And I'll be the one living in it, and I'll be the conscious one who knows where I'm living, even though it's in the house. So that will necessitate my going there. So if necessity will be that I have to go there, and it's on my channel. I'm not communicating my enemy. I'm not talking to the nose. This is whole. Look. You say that? There's a lip. So that you can say that our lip is in a hidden that you don't even know it. You have to see it. To see the real lip and the real belly. You say that right? That's how the Lord created. I allowed the word and spirit to form it. So that allowing my stage in transforming again, it won't be any difficulty again. Even though you want to say do, but that's not a condo, not a cassava do. We are communicating somebody's understanding. That will sound well in them. I haven't gone out there to work for anybody in the night, let alone come into the house, but as daytime, yet you have also recorded that few other things that I'm doing. You see, if I had to show my foot, yesterday we showed the foot, and then you realize what? Many things happening. Look, my foot is not supposed to be small, as balancing it every day. So whatever the Lord or the Spirit are taking out of my flesh naturally, which I should have been given, and then I didn't have it done through or building it, through training exercise like this, I made it. It wasn't food that made it. If it's food, I would have had my size very big than anybody else, you want to say, obeys. Yes. So if you are that obesity creature, it doesn't call you obedience. Because there's a word that when you say obey or the obese or the obesity, it goes with the word obedience. But that doesn't mean you are the one who are obeying. So the purpose for the word obedience couldn't lead you to what? Become fat, overweight, not even just fat, overbalance, overweight. Because there's a spiritual profit you're having. I get up trained and I don't look like anybody in the room. Yes, because if I had to look like somebody, look at my own self. We've been broadcasting live before any other person coming in or going out. And they don't come into the place that I am. They only try to pour somebody's good in the wrong side. That's why you don't have to have any wrong person. You know, this is a spiritual combat or battle before 2 or 3 people. That, get out of here. You see what I look like when I'm just like this, training hard. That's a soldier. These are sizes an apartment for what? Or the garages for soldier or military. Like the Air Force, you see when I wear this. Initially we were wearing the other one. And we've changed to this. Because I bath pure water. Wow. So if I bath pure water, I need to look good. Audacious. More enemy out of this really audacious. Yes. I'm beginning to work something different. So we're learning to earn, or we are earning to L, or we are earning the L. So that we told you the letter L itself is the word L. Like E-L that we mentioned as the name. Look at what we're talking about a few hours ago in the past. Hours. We're trying to make everything possible. I'm going to have my enemy be on the half side of the flesh and myself other part. You know, anybody that you see around you, let me sound this to you. If you have people, whether your parents, whether your sister, whether your brother, anybody that comes around you and will drag chair, table, or seat before they sit with you or do anything, you have to take that person off your way. That is a person who is killing you. Anybody. So that even to say that maybe they don't know. Let's say that they do it a couple of times, like right now, it's just a Lord to know what to do later. So, if the leaf shines, let it sound well to you. That, if you tell the person not to do it, they should lift it. That's a spiritual law. They should lift it. Be it a table or seat, whatever they drag. Or people who love to wash utensils around you. Or people who love to bath around where you are. All those people are what? They are people who kill. Which you don't need Jesus, you don't need God to know it. Because if they were to be there for you to know it, they would have been in flesh or in their vision communicating already things you should know. So that when it's happening, you are already being told. Unfortunately, they are not in the form like that. Yet other people are seeing them in the form like that. And they are working for them in a form like that. But for us, as the angel to confirm that I'm the virgin, even at 38, proving beyond my goodness and the Lord reaping somebody's beauty as a virgin. How can you reap the beauty or life in the virgin to pay somebody else? Whose word is it? I would never agree with you. Because you have no knowledge when such things happen. You see that when my face, look at it. You know, just a couple of days. Let me see that. I want to see. You see that this side here, the eye level here, is not showing this. You see this side? This side is showing somebody else. This is another person. They are showing myself. That is what some of them are spiritual married to you. So if it is the kind of ghost, hell, and those frog and those chameleon-like beasts who are trying to be in your flesh other than yourself, that's what they will form in you. So most of those things are the things that causes what? The growth and shrink and things in you. That's somebody they are trying to rip your life to pay. So don't let people come around you when they drag things. So I'm not a gallon filled with water. I'm not a pure water. My head is no water. Right now, I command and take authority from the dimension where the enemy take powers. Whatsoever thing that they need in their flesh and form the asking for in the prayer or meditation, that we also need in the flesh from a human being. We need it from them. We don't need it from any God. We need it from the human being. Whatever money, wealth, whatever it is, we need it from a human being. We don't need it from anybody apart from the human being. Because when the Lord rip off somebody's good to pay flesh and spirit, I have to know who is closer to myself than the other, so that I know who to ask or take it from. If you don't do your work well, you won't have somebody just call you, come and take this, come and take that. Or you may be doing it well, and then the enemy is the reason you don't get your reward. Because, and mind you, the reward is this. If there is to be any reward, first of all, what is reward? The reward is the Lord will be with you. That's the word reward. The law you keep will have the Lord for it. Who should draw near to who is keeping what? Those things. And doing according to what? Keeping it. Yeah, so combing my head. So what is coming out is this. So today I'm saying what? If you have people that come around you and then will drag seat or table, things around you, don't tolerate those things. You don't need them. Yeah, that's not life. That's opposite life they are showing you. They're bearing you. They are telling you in the spirit also. Like, how many people say spirit? It is like you put a chain on somebody and you are pulling them. That's what they are in the side you don't see. The spiritual thing which you don't see is what they are doing before you. That they have to do what? They have to lift up the thing in place. They don't have to drag it like, yo, that is pulling something up. Those people are the one with the spirit of death. That you see a woman walking with a child, holding their hand, dragging, that's all death. All those things are death. The law is, when you meet such things, you are the one they are dragging. You are that person being dragged as a child. You are the one they are dragging, because there would not be anything that would happen before you without a meaning. Or happen also with you with no sad meaning. Anything you see, that's how they are pulling some people. But to the one that is indeed from the law, himself being the Lord and the Lord, he will profit from what? Those things. But that we will know that things have been taken already. Come on, it goes out. Out. Move it out. So when I sleep and I throw my food, it doesn't mean we are in water. It is how I build the flesh. From the foot level to the top. That I didn't weigh with head and trying to overweigh the flesh. No, I didn't do that. Whatever it is in the flesh is a spirit. That's why they say if you are truly conscious, it will become that. You see that they are trying to show my nose in another format. Because there's a demon who have entered the house as a human being, whose children does never school. So when they come around, they are the one with what? The fish. There's a kind of fish, the mad fish. All those things, they are the one who have been sleeping, not just in the room. They go and make themselves dirty, and you see them being clean outside, but they themselves are not clean. Like you see the state of a mad fish. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you see those creatures who are what? Making or spoiling things, and they are looking good. The fact that they look good doesn't make them good. And they are not good because when they rip off somebody's life for you, it doesn't mean you are the Lord predestined. So, all those things, that's a spiritual manipulation. I don't know any of them in the spirit, because I don't know where they call spirit realms. than they just doing it physical, because I don't know what they are calling spirit realm. Where is spirit realm? I don't know it. Because where I am, that's where everything is. Whatever I am, that's what it is. So when they are seeing the realms, I don't know. The water is also like a realm. So when you are being ministered to by the waters, their spirit, you are in the realms of the spirit, which is what? Water spirit. So you are in the realms of the waters. When the air spirit comes, you are in the what? The air realms. When it's universe, you are in the universe realm. When it's a light, you are in the light what? Capacity, energy. They are different like that. So I told you not to have people around you. They are the dead. You know how people get themselves infested with demons? It's just because you greet somebody. It's just because you talk to another person. That is what happens with the changes that apply, that somebody has taken your good part and you are enjoying opposite. These are the things we are saying. You don't have to come to the cameras and you don't have any knowledge how we do it. So I'm not talking to my head as a ram or as a beast. You can't make anybody a ram. That's why the church has been talking about ram, sheep that die for them, all these things. I don't do that. I don't have anybody died for us. We know that it's a situation that happened and so then they have to what? Lose it. It doesn't become a place that you are worshiping and celebrating somebody's death. For you, the witch, to enjoy what? If the real spirit comes, that's why they cannot be with us. Only the prophet or the good people, they are the only one what? Who can talk to us. It doesn't become a religion that you, the witch, can be with us. No. That's it. So we are showing this flesh. If you are alcoholic, look at it. He said that when I close my nose, I'm talking with the same sound. Does that probably mean that I have no nose? This is a spiritual thing which is physical, but you don't know. Unless I change certain things here. So that's what makes what we are saying, that except you know it, or except the Lord reveal to you what is causing this, what can you do about it? Nothing. I hold a nose, and my talking wasn't that very different. And of course, if you hold a nose, you can't be talking in the sound that we need. So my head is not exhaust pipe. Get out. Move out. Let's get to talk about this right after this. So I'm going to come that way with something very nice. We'll be right on the screen again, as I'm not in the water. So I'm not in the water. I've told you that don't let somebody deceive you. For who I am, they have nothing, no knowledge of than the spirit that I have or that I made, that the Lord made possible by myself. That is guiding and teaching. So I know them. I know those spirits that are lying. And I know those spirits who also come to support you. Because I only agree with the ones that support the vision with the Lord. To do it according to the Bible saying the giving. Yesterday we were supposed to talk about how to develop the prophetic issue. A lot of things. Yeah, that's even where the healing is. When I mentioned that, I'm changing. I'm transforming right away. So it means what I've touched on that few or past hours ago has reserved life again. That when I talk about it, I have to have life also replaced. That's what the life mystery is. So let's get to this level. Let's look at, I have to come and design something. I want to talk about the laws, even the design also. Already to say design means we're bringing it from the spirit or from the light or from how it has been built with us. So if you are living with unintelligent being, it will affect you. However, if you are the one who is a healer, you understand what is right, what is wrong. You will know what to take away. Even though they might take from you something, Yet once you are the one who knows how to create or to form or to receive yourself, it will be there that they are giving more work to do, yet you'll be yourself. So that's it. So I'm not an earth, and I'm not a tongue in your mouth, because you don't eat through your tongue into my stomach. I'm not a beast that teaches somebody, because I have learned to know what I have to do, which is what reserved already, that you also know it. If you pretend you don't know it, then why do you go to church? That is what is reserved. Now, when you know what is reserved in the Bible, it means definitely your purpose as what the Lord gave you as a, like energy or your main self, you also make it. So to first of all build somebody before you come and build yourself is this. You have given your best and now struggling to live. Like to give your flesh for healing the best places. How do I lose it? That which I have offered. If I'm on live, let's say right now, they'll say that I'm the one the aeroplane have carried somewhere. They'll say I'm the one in another country. That's a deceiving. So that if you have to make any shooting or bombing or destroying that area, they want to tell you that, oh, the Lord has gone to that place, or the Lord has been invoked to that place. So that when you bomb him. I'm not the one. You can't send me there. If I'm not telling you that, if I didn't move from here to, let's say, US or to any part of the world, and myself telling you where I am, I have never moved. In this station here, I have not gone out. Because I've told you that the one deceiving you, he's just playing around you and destroying you. And destroying your strength and people, and giving the energy to a person who emphatically work also for him in support. And I'm not one of them.